The Musicians of Bremen. This story is about 4 animals: an old donkey, a dog, a cat, and a beautiful old rooster. The donkey had worked for many years, carrying heavy sacks of corn to the mill, but now she was getting old and slow. Her master used his whip more and more. "Faster, faster," said the master. Slower and slower went the donkey. She could be very stubborn when she wanted to be. One morning, knowing her working days were nearly over and fearing the worst, the donkey threw off the corn sacks on her back and ran away. The donkey moved faster without the heavy sacks on her back, and soon found herself walking along a road. "I wonder what I will do with myself," she thought, "now I am no longer working for my master. Wait a minute, I know this road. It goes to Bremen. I have carried corn there many times. Bremen is famous for its music. I know. I shall go there and become a musician. After all, I do have a good voice." She sang a few notes just to prove it. "Hee-haw, hee-haw." "Yes," she thought, "making music will be a nice way to end my days." So off she went, humming songs she knew and thinking of all the lovely music she would make. Farther along, she came across a dog lying by the roadside. It was panting and out of breath. "What are you doing lying there?" said the donkey. "Alas, I am too old to hunt," said the dog. "My master wanted to put me to sleep, so I ran away. Now I am lost and have no food or water." "I am on my way to Bremen to become a town musician," said the donkey. "Why don't you join me? I will sing and play the horn. What instrument would you like to play?" "I don't know," said the dog. "I've never really thought about it. I've always liked the accordion." "There you are then," said the donkey. "Come along with me, and you shall play the accordion as much as you like." The dog agreed, and on they went together. Before long they came across a cat with a face like 3 rainy days. "Hello, old Whiskers," said the donkey. "Why are you looking so miserable?" "Who can be happy when their life is in danger?" said the cat. "Because I'm getting old and my teeth are worn to stumps, I would rather sit by the fire than be out hunting mice. My mistress wanted to drown me, so I ran away, but now I am lost and don't know what to do." The donkey explained where she and the dog were going. "Why not join us?" she said, "and we can be a band together." The cat agreed, and the 3 of them went on their way. A little later, they came across a farm. A rooster was crowing for all he was worth. "That's a fine voice you have there," said the donkey. "Not for much longer," answered the rooster. "My mistress has guests and wants to serve me up on a plate, so I am singing for all I am worth whilst I still can." "You should come with us to Bremen," said the donkey. "There you will be able to sing to your heart's content." The rooster thought this was a much better idea than being served up on a plate, so off they went, all 4 together. By the evening, they still had a long way to go. They came across a forest and decided to spend the night there, making themselves as comfortable as they could, which wasn't very comfortable at all. The rooster flew up to the top of the tree, where he felt safe. "I can see a cottage in the distance," he said. "There's a light on inside and smoke coming from the chimney." "We should go there," said the donkey. "We might find somewhere better to sleep." "Yes," said the dog, "and perhaps something to eat. My stomach is rumbling, it's so empty." So on they went, further into the forest, the rooster up in the treetops, showing them which way to go. When they reached the cottage, they saw the light came from a window. The donkey was tallest, so she clambered up and looked in. "What do you see?" asked her companions. "I see a table," said the donkey, "spread with delicious food." "Anybody eating it?" asked the dog. "Yes, some men," said the donkey. "Nasty-looking fellows, too." The rooster flew up to a branch to get a better look. "They are the robbers," he said. "I heard my mistress talking about them only the other day." "It's not right," said the dog. "They have all that food, whilst we, who have worked hard all our lives, have none." "Yes," said the donkey, "and I think we are just the fellows to give them a taste of their own medicine." "What do you mean?" said her comrades. The donkey explained her plan, and they all agreed. So the dog climbed up onto the donkey's back, the cat on top of the dog's, and perched at the very top sat the rooster. The donkey gave the signal. 1, 2, 3, go! The rooster crowed, the cat meowed, the dog barked, and the donkey brayed, all at the tops of their voices. Then they crashed through the window. The robbers were so surprised they thought it was a terrible monster of some kind. They leapt up from the table and ran out of the cottage into the forest as fast as they could. The 4 companions sat at the table and enjoyed a hearty meal, pleased that justice had been served. Tired from their journey, the 4 would-be musicians each found somewhere to sleep. The donkey on a bed of straw in the yard, the dog behind the door, the cat upon the kitchen hearth, and the rooster perched up on a wooden beam outside. No sooner was the light turned off than they were all fast asleep. In the forest, the 3 robbers saw that the light inside the cottage had gone out. The captain of the robbers spoke. "I'm a-thinking we should not have been so easily frightened." "Yes," said another, "and perhaps it was not a wild monster after all. Perhaps it was just someone in disguise." "Who has now turned out the lights and gone to sleep," said the captain, "whilst we sit out here in the cold night." The captain of the robbers ordered one of them to return to the cottage and find out what was going on. So the chosen robber went quietly back through the forest and tiptoed up to the front door. He crept into the kitchen and, seeing the cat's eyes shining in the dark, thought they were glowing coals in the fire. The robber held out a match to light it. The cat suddenly leapt up, spitting and scratching the man's face. The man ran towards the door, where the dog jumped up and bit him on the leg. Then the man rushed outside, where the donkey gave him a hefty kick in the backside. Yo, yo. The noise woke up the rooster, who, thinking it was daybreak, started to crow. The robber fled back into the forest. "What's happened?" asked the captain. We can't go back there," cried the robber. "It was terrible. there's a nasty witch by the fire. Look how she scratched my face." His comrades looked, and all agreed. They were terrible scratches. "Not only that," continued the man, "but someone stabbed me in the leg as I ran out. Look!" They all looked and agreed it was a terrible wound. "And out in the yard there was some kind of monster that beat me with a wooden club as I tried to make my escape." He started showing them the bruises beginning to grow. "That's all right," said the captain. "We don't need to see those." "Worst of all," said the man, "there was some kind of judge up in the sky, telling them what to do and passing sentence on me." The robbers all agreed. What happened in the cottage was indeed terrible. They could never go back. This suited our 4 comrades very well. They now had somewhere nice to live in their retirement, which they spent practicing their music. Whether they got to Bremen or not, you will have to wait to hear the next person tell this story. Or perhaps you can tell it yourself and make up your own ending. Rest assured, our 4 comrades hope it is a happy one. They deserve it after all. Don't you agree?